Hello and welcome back to Mucky Hope Productions. I'm V, and as always, I'm joined by the amazing Coach Drew. How you doing, Coach?
I'm feeling very optimistic going into this week that we're going to lose Coach Wade. Like we're
Well,
going to lose Coach Wade this week. I'm like wait ready for it. I feel like this might be the week. If I'm wrong,
skipping
then I'll come back and I'll be pouting. But
skipping
this is
straight to the end of the episode. Did you think Coach was a goner? I did.
Yes, of course.
I thought this was at Coach's time.
2 weeks in a row did I think, oh man, this might actually be happening. And when it didn't, I don't know if I texted you, but I know I texted like, oh no, because I didn't text you because you wouldn't watch you don't watch live.
No,
But I said, oh yeah, fuck this show. And like and I meant it. I was just like, fuck the show. I want nothing to do with it anymore. I can't, because it was such a coach centric episode. And like this only solace I had is because he was portrayed like such a jackass in the episode that I know he's not going to win, because he can't win, because he's got the ultimate dick added.
Yes.
But I also think that's going to be I think that's foreshadowing of him leaving this week. But yeah, I definitely thought he was done for sure.
I thought he was done. I believe my words were, my God, he's done it. He's actually done it. He's when the D and the Tiffany kept going, I was like, oh, he's done it. All right. I don't know how, but he did. Yeah, it's we got some great reaction shots from everyone else. I thought the Joe in the hammock was a great reaction shot of Coach rabbiting on.
That's one of the moments. Like Joe is so invisible at this point, which is crazy because he's a man. He's so invisible that like during the scene where Coach and Jonathan are like going after D, Joe just kind of sneaks into the background, and you almost don't notice he's there because he gets nothing to say. He's just an observer. But yeah, this was, I mean, obviously it was also very Jonathan centric, and now he feels like a mastermind. Oh, I provoked D. It's like, okay, bro, let's cool our jets here.
Well, let's go back to the very beginning. We have Tiffany in true millennial style comes out with the Mean Girl references for her anger. And I do enjoy the angry contestants.
And she was the angriest of them all. I mean, I know, jumping to the end again, but
yeah,
her voting confessional, it's like this was so Tiffany centric, or not Tiffany centric. This was so Tiffany. Revenge heavy.
Yes.
And I enjoyed it. Yeah, because we haven't gotten any content from her all season, and all of a sudden we still don't get much content here, but all the content we do get is, yeah, I hate these two and they've got to go.
Yeah. And I think the vibe could only be described as post-apocalyptic, where you half expect Rizzo and Ozzy to arrive back, and there's just a kid on the bike sort of riding past, and they're like, what happened here?
It's like the scene from Endgame where Paul Rudd's like, what happened? And the kid's on the bike turns around and this guy, goes away. Yeah.
There's always a kid on a bike. Now, Aubrey, let's talk about Aubrey for a second. The other one. I mean, you're having a great episode all round.
Yeah, I'm getting all my favorite people just in one spot. Aubrey, it's fine. Like I at this point, I feel like she's getting enough content that I do feel like she's probably endgame bound. Endgame bound could just mean finale. But I think she's kind of swimming up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. Like I don't see a world where she can, like, and she hasn't done anything wrong. Like I just don't see how she can recover where her standing in the game, I guess.
Well, I think what surprised me, and perhaps it shouldn't have, that I really did put her aligned with Christian and Devon's, and that really doesn't seem to be the case. They were pretty like, we would have gotten rid of her. Can't seem to shake this kid.
Well, and she didn't do herself any favors by. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to play the idol. It's like, how do I have stupid written on my face? It's like, no, you don't. Like, we're all feeling the same way. It's like, that's one of the oldest ones in the book.
So she was pretty unsuccessful in her I have an idol, but I'm not going to play it. Rizzo, however, last season was the king of I have an idol and I'm going to play it. Oops, no, I didn't. What was different this season?
She lied and said that she. What are you talking about as far as Aubrey, right?
Well, yeah. In far as like, why?
She lied and said she forgot. Like, there's no. She didn't forget. She did. She just saw, hey, Genevieve doesn't have a vote anyway, so I'm probably fine.
Yeah.
And if you had just said that, it'd have been like, okay, yeah, you said you were going to do it, but like people said they're going to do things all the time. Don't lie about it when we clearly know that you saved it because you knew that she was on her way out. And I think that's where Devon's issue was, and Christian's.
So it's just the lie that pissed people off.
Obvious lie. Like, if she lied and they bought it, which there's no way that they would, then I could see how it'd be like a solid move in her end. But she said, I forgot, which is, it's almost worse than it is still, but it's like, it's worse than a lie because it's like, it's such an obvious lie, and you actually expect us, you're basically calling us stupid because you expect us to sit here and believe, oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, she probably just forgot.
So she would have been better off saying, no, I'll play it when I want to.
I play it when I want to. I decided I didn't need to do it, so I didn't play it.
And people would have
gone, this is my 4th time playing,
right
and
on.
I want to make sure that I have something in my pocket just in case.
And do you think then that she would have still been a target just because she has an idol along with Ozzy and Rizzo? And
I mean, the people with idols that are publicly known didn't get targeted in this episode, so
I think that's where my confusion, and she even said it as well, that why is everyone obsessed with my idol and not Ozzy or Rizzo? And yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying I'm going to play my idol, reading the room at Tribal and not playing it. We've seen it for 25 years. Happens all the time. And I usually look at that and go like, yeah, right on, that you can have that sort of those balls to go, oh, I'm not going to play it. I'm going to hold on to it for a second. And so I think I was a little bit cross that everyone got so heated about that. That to me, that was a little bit like the honor and integrity kind of thing coming out.
I don't personally put them in the same category because the honor integrity thing is just a joke, like not like an actual joke. It's just a joke that people buy into it. I think with the Aubrey thing, because, and especially with Devon's and Christian, like we gave you this, the least you can do is just tell us that you didn't want to play it, because you're insulting our intelligence by saying I forgot. I forgot.
Yeah, but you know what? Screw them. It's her idol.
Sure. If you're her, yeah. If they want to be upset with me, yeah, screw them. I do agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But I also understand from their perspective of why can't she just say this? But I do, like from Aubrey's point of view, yeah. If people are gonna
don't insult my intelligence.
Don't insult my yes.
Yeah, I think now that we're like pretty much halfway through, perhaps a little bit over halfway through, we can see the plot that is being presented to us is not a good versus evil, but that integrity versus like savvy or strategic. And we're having this big, which is a really compelling theme that we're being presented with. And I think perhaps that plays into that the overarching sort of protagonist of this whole series is, do you lie or do you don't?
Yeah, and I would say that most of the time, and most of the winners, if not all of the winners, have had to lie at some point or other. Because even when we go back to the earlier seasons, one of the main things that the jury would always be so pissed off at people at the end is, oh, you lied and you did this and you did that. And it's like, yeah, and so did you. And that's kind of gone away. Like jurors don't hold that against people anymore, thank goodness. So I think that's lying is a part of the game. Lying, you can't go through this entire game without lying. It's impossible unless you tell the person you were voting out that they're getting voted out every time. In which case, that's crazy because idols, advantages, all of that, and you lose trust with the people that you're supposed to be voting with. You have to lie.
So, I think what's so compelling about this is that we're looking back at the tribals of the tens, the very early seasons, and especially season 1, where the lying was shocking to everyone. The lying was shocking to the audience. Alliances were shocking to the audience. And so for season 50, it's kind of brilliant that they're bringing back those sort of really like 25-year-old feelings up against what it takes to win this year.
Yeah, and it's primarily, what do they call? Oh, well, the Four Horsemen. God, I know we'll probably touch on that, but of the meatheads, I guess, of Coach Jonathan and Joe, because I don't even think Chrissy. Like, I feel like Chrissy is a game player. Like, we've seen it happen. Chrissy is a game player.
She's lied very well.
Exactly. And when she's open, she doesn't try to hide behind, oh, I'm telling the truth. It's like, no. She knows what it is. I feel like the three of them and Stephanie all feel like, oh yeah, we have to kind of do it like this. And I know we'll get on that whole Stephanie debacle later. But yeah, it is interesting. Thankfully, it's not half and half. Thankfully, it is everyone over here, and then these 3 or 4 that are still spouting this season 1 mess.
So we have the Dee versus Jonathan start to happen, and he does, like we talked about last week, he does take it back to the Charlie vote. The Charlie vote was on his mind when he decided to flip, that he was left out of that. We have the confrontation at camp, but before that we get so much anger from Coach. The vote he was just a part of, the Colby vote, that wasn't he can't have been too angry about that, because it was kind of in a microcosm of that blood moon kind of thing, and so it can't have been, he knew it was him or Colby. They were bouncing off it against each other. They were doing what they had to do. And then suddenly he comes back. He's so angry at Dee. Is this just theater? Do you think? Is it just...
I'm sure for his fans it is. I feel like, once again, I feel like this is who the real person is. I do think this man actually, because you've been doing it for 5 seasons or 4 seasons now. You've been doing it for 4 seasons now. And every time, even in South Pacific, where he's sitting there like, oh yeah, it's different this time. It's different this time. Now it's real honor, integrity. And it's like, no, it's the same mumbo jumbo every time. And I think we saw a new version of it in this episode, because he was it seemed like he was legitimately pissed at something that he is guilty of. Like, you are guilty. It's, what I will say, I've seen more people this week complain about him online than I have ever seen before. So I do think that people are starting to come around to the fact that, like, yeah, I've been right all along, and this guy is just a huge shitbag.
Now, he then goes to tell the camp that lying is not allowed. Well, you can lie, but you're not going to win this. So, guys, I expect more from you all. If we're playing Survivor 50 and you're going to think you can get by lying, which no one lies on Survivor. No one's won Survivor in the last 25 years by lying. Come on, guys. Don't be stupid. I'm going over here to write some haikus. Don't lie while I'm gone.
And some of the haikus weren't even haikus.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, so, he got that one wrong too. And it felt like he was threatening everyone by saying, "Hey, if you put me on the jury, I'm going to poison everyone." And it's like, no one's going to buy it. You were one of the first people on the jury in Heroes vs. Villains, and you voted for the loser. He voted correctly in Tocantins, but everyone did. So I don't think that I think he thinks he's going to have more influence on the jury than is actually going to be the case. He may be able to sway Jonathan and Joe or whoever, depending on who's sitting at the three. But I do say this, I'm starting to get, and I don't want to say it out loud because it's just going to ruin everything, and I'm going to be hurt again. But I did start to get Cirie winner vibes here, and yeah.
Well, let's talk about the Wizard of Oz and that alliance. That leads in quite nicely because we do have Rizzo preemptively managing the jury by going along with Coach, going, "Yeah, I'm
your fourth.
I'm your fourth.
I'm your fourth." Yeah, another solid episode by Rizzo.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm going to say overarching. I thought this was a great episode just because of the comedy and the drama.
It started very well. It started very well. I enjoyed everything until the strategy session, and then I got really annoyed. So yeah, similar to the Zach Brown episode, similar to last week's episode. I feel like all three of them started off like pretty good. Well, except for the Zach Brown episode, was the second half of the episode, but you know what I'm saying. And here it's like, yeah, once I started to get angry pretty much after immunity, which we'll get to. Yeah.
So let's talk about the Wizard of Oz. Rizzo, Ozzy, Cirie. They've got sweet pet names. They're all married. They all know where everyone's special things are, except they don't. Or actually, no, Cirie does know about the steal a vote and everything because she's good at spotting lies. Now, tell me this: does Rizzo think he's winning if he's sitting next to Cirie?
No, I don't think he thinks that. I don't. I think that anyone that is that delulu at this point to think that they could sit next to Cirie and win, not because of anything other than this is season 50, and if players like Cirie make it to the end, if a player like maybe even Ozzy, like in a certain situation, if he get, they have a story to tell that lasts more than just this season. And all they have to do is go up there and tell that story, and all of these, especially if you're a player, all these memories of you watching as a child come back of like, oh yeah, you can really play to the jury's heartstrings if you've played as many times as they have. So I don't think anyone should want to sit next to them because it would be an uphill battle no matter how well you kill in this game because of the story.
And we know Rizzo is no dummy.
Yeah.
I feel like we're witnessing we're all just part of Rizzo's lucid dreaming at this point because Cirie trusts him no matter what. Coach is spouting his nonsense to him. He got pats on the back from Colby. He's kind of living his childhood survivor dream, but he's no dummy. I don't see him being starstruck by it. So I'm very curious to see when the Rizzo turn occurs because we haven't gotten any confessionals or anything from Rizzo stating, oh, there's no way I'm going to the end with Ozzy and Cirie. You'd have to be crazy. Like he's just aligned with them. So let's speculate. How do you see... And at what point do you see it happening that he goes, oh, God, I got to get rid of these guys?
If you're with Ozzy and Suri, you know one thing. You know you have a immunity threat, and you know you have someone that is so snake bitten that even when they play the greatest game, they can't get to the end. And you know what you just did in your last season, and you know that if I do align with these two people, more than likely I can sit next to one, but not both. If
Mm,
you're, I feel like I would, if I'm Rizzo, I probably want to sit next to Ozzy
mm,
more than I want to sit next to Suri. So
mm.
hopefully it's like hopefully Ozzy puts both me and Suri at fire, and I beat her that way and then I get my shot. Um, Obviously, I don't think that he's going to stick with this coach thing. He already said that, like,
No.
yeah, this is a joke. Um, I'm more curious who he tries to bring in when the
Mm,
inevitable happens. Like when he does try to take a shot, who he can sway to his side. Because who could he like who everyone trusts her, everyone
yeah.
trusts her. So who can you say, hey, you know what? We shouldn't have let her get to the merge anyway, because that's crazy. Well, how is she sitting here again? But now that she is here, how do we deal with this so that we can't trust that the survivor gods are going to once again try to screw her out of
Mm,
a win? We have to trust that we might actually have to take control this time.
mm. Well, moving on, we've got let's see, messy Emily, who has the audacity to call Coach messy. It's like, you're so messy yourself. Now, she's so far gotten away with being really, really messy. Do you think her time is coming, or do you think she's got a million lives?
Her time's coming, but like coming is relative. I do feel like people think they have bigger fish to fry right now.
Mm,
I don't think anyone really has any reason to go after her right now because, okay, yeah, we know she's going to leak things. It's been her storyline the entire season, and
mm,
no one's done anything about it. I don't think that people are looking at her as threatening to their game. So, but I do think that at some point, like especially if we get rid of one of the whoever the heads are right now, if we get rid of one of the heads, we might have a situation where it's like, oh, let's get everyone on the same page and just vote Emily now before something else
mm.
happens.
Do you think that's what saved Coach this episode? That you got Coach standing next to D, who could actually win this thing? Well, it's D.
Yeah. And well, and the problem is because D had screwed up and told more people than she should have. I do feel like the people that were not on Coach's side and probably would have been more willing to vote for him also saw D as more untrustworthy now because of this. I think
Mm,
if she hadn't done that, I think we could have gotten a different outcome this episode. But
yeah.
it happened. So that is, I mean, yeah, I definitely think it's what saved Coach. It's the fact that, well, we know you're crazy and all of
Mm,
this, but she's revealing secrets and lying about it, so you might want to do this instead.
yeah. Like Suri and Rizzo said, while the train is on the station, we saw them make a choice. Do we protect her, or do we go along with the
Yeah,
plan and just let her go?
yeah.
Um, we have a journey. We have a Stephanie hero edit, and a challenge. Look, I know it's tricky to accept a Stephanie hero edit at this point.
Well, also the challenge is fairly easy, like especially for her. Like you don't have to. Yeah, well, we could put all that stuff aside. It's still like, all right, why are we doing this? We know she's going to win this, so this is just in her wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But
And she comes home with a steal a vote, which Suri, I loved that scene where Suri was like, yeah, you just go,
what? Like, come on,
yeah.
girl, I know you're lying. Like, and everyone knew that she was lying. Like, her tell, her yeah, she had a very obvious tell, I guess.
Mm,
And yeah, I mean, we have the benefit of knowing that she's lying as well. So, um, yeah, Suri clocked it immediately, and that was one of those moments where it's like, huh, maybe Suri wins. That'd be crazy, right? Uh, but like if I were to go back and watch some of these episodes, I feel like I could point out like, oh, there's a Serene moment. Um, but you can do that with almost any season she's on. So what good would that do?
Well, exactly. I mean, we've been heartbroken before. So I do wonder why, we get so much time showing us the Stephanie hero edit. And even, in other episodes with the sponsorship time, I want to see the schoolyard pics, which we are never shown
We're never
in
shown.
Survivor.
Yeah.
But I want to see them. I think they're
I feel like it'd be fun.
significant.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, because bless my husband, he saw that Jonathan had picked his team and Cirie was on it. He's like, oh, he must not want to win. And I was like, hey. I was like, maybe she was last.
Yeah, maybe she had. Yeah, maybe she.
And
was.
I'm very confident in saying this because I would be terrible at any of these challenges. So I know I would be picked last in this. So I feel like I can say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, show us the schoolyard pics. Come on, it's season 50. Let's do something different. Don't do Blood Moon. Show us the pic.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've seen what they are doing next episode, but it is something different for US Survivor.
Oh, well, if we're skipping ahead to the coming up next episode, I assume that meant a double elimination where he said, like,
I mean,
double the consequences.
It's a double elimination, but
now I saw a rumor, and maybe you can debunk this because this rumor looks horrid, that they are teamed up, and if one person is voted out, their buddy is voted out with them.
The tether twist from Survivor South Africa.
Is that what they're going to do?
It kind of seems like they're doing the tether twist from Survivor South Africa, which I loved. I loved
Really?
that. Yes. Oh my goodness. It's different. It's people want different. People want.
So Tribal Council elimination. You see Coach get voted out, but he's just randomly paired with Cirie, and they both go. You're fine. You're fine with that?
Wouldn't that be a new way for Cirie to get voted out, though? that like I would hate it, but you know what? We sat here and said, how else can they screw Cirie? It's putting her with Coach and getting him voted out. It's like, oh, sorry, but so
handcuffing it to someone and pushing that person off a cliff.
Yes. Exactly. So that's how we can screw Cirie again. Now I don't think I'm hoping that she's tethered to literally anyone else. And it would be great actually if Coach was tethered to any of the people that he's working with, because that would just be one fell swoop of like, okay, we're done with this alliance now.
Wow. I mean, that's hectic. That's a big twist.
Yeah. And like I said, I've watched Survivor South Africa like the last 2 or 3 seasons. The final 2 or 3 seasons, and I loved that twist because it was so different when I watched it that it's like, yeah, I hope they one day bring this through US Survivor, and it looks like they finally will.
Wowee. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah. Challenge. Clearly sponsored by China with the Chinese takeout reward, and we've got the talking it through. We get into 2 groups and one group gets reward and possible immunity. We had a really good Aussie moment with that final immunity. That was my highlight. Just the nostalgia of seeing Aussie.
Yeah, just winning challenges. Just winning challenges. It's like, he still got it. Among all these younger folks and even with Big Jonathan and Big Joe, like, and oh yes, Dee's still here. So then Dee's Chrissy, even though she and Ozzy's still the person out here winning immunities all these years later.
And we get the big boulder. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen a big boulder.
Do we know what the boulder is made out of?
It looked pretty heavy. So, I mean, I'm trying to think what they make props with, and props and everything. It's all pretty light. I don't know how you'd have to weight it somehow, but I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, a friend asked me, and I'm like, I actually have no idea what they would make it out of.
I think I'm going to have a rewatch of the bolder moments from Survivor and see how they do them, because it's very easy to do it light, but I feel like it'd be harder to make them heavy. Yeah. Well, that's blown my mind. Anything else that stuck out to you from the challenge?
No.
No. No. It was a good challenge. It was a fun challenge.
It was proper intense, like that, especially that second half of it. And I won't say I was rooting against Ozzy, but it's like, like I need D to win this, because at this point it's kind of like, oh man, it feels like the D might be screwed here. So I was rooting for D in it, but when Ozzy won, it's like, you know what, D, it sucks that she lost, but like this is cool that Ozzy won, because once again, I'm on the Ozzy train, wherever that's taken me.
What is the furthest that Ozzy has gotten?
The end. He got the final 3 in Cook Islands.
Oh, right. So that was his first season, wasn't it?
And that was his first season, yeah.
Yeah. So we get back and Coach starts his vocal campaign against D, the 7-4, D, Tiffany, middle people. Who are the middle people? What does he mean by middle people? Does he mean like swing votes? What does he mean?
So how many people are we at before D gets voted out?
Like 14.
Okay, so 7-4 is 11 people, which means the middle people are 3 people. And
I'm guessing he's assuming D and Tiffany are not on his side. So that's 2.
Yeah, and then he's upset when he finds out that Christian he's upset when he finds out. Yeah, he's upset when he finds out Christian.
Yeah, he's because Christian's a middle person, didn't you know?
Yeah, and I can't remember who the other middle person is.
I think Devons was a middle person.
Well, no, because Devons was the one. Like Devons is in on the.
And then Rizzo says that Devons is a middle person.
Oh, okay. It didn't make it, like the plan itself, I guess, probably makes sense. But when the middle people thing got brought up, it's like, I'm trying to, who are these middle people? Because in my head, Christian wasn't a middle person until we find out Christian is a middle person.
Well, 7-4, like you said, so that's 11 votes. He's expecting D and Tiffany will not be on his side. So that takes us to 13. So is he not counting himself?
No, he's definitely. I mean, who's to say? But I feel like he's probably counting himself. I feel like he's counting himself.
I thought it was interesting as well. A few other things that pop up that sort of give us an idea of where people are. Of course, Coach says Christian is wishy-washy. He's a middle player, but he's also the most dangerous person out here. So that's where Coach's head is at. Jonathan also mentions that Aubrey's playing her idol, so it's going to be D. So Aubrey is also on the Jonathan hit list, which means the Coach thing of taking Aubrey under his arm, it's going to eventually blow up out the window. That's gone. Yeah. So I don't know where I was going with that. And I think at that point I was like, they start to target Coach. But then, yeah, that was kind of the red herring, because when they started to talk about Coach, I'm like, well, historically in Survivor, no one likes to be told what to do. And just like Devon said, I'm no one's lackey. But like we said before, when you've got Coach versus D, the most dangerous player is D.
And you have to nip it in the bud now. And I get it. I understand that she had to go. It sucks that she had to go, but I get that she had to go. And, Coach gets to live another day. And hopefully, like I said at the beginning of this, I just have this feeling that he's going to go home this round. And if it just so happens that he is tethered with Cirie.
So you would be willing to sacrifice Cirie to get Coach out?
At this point, I think my hatred for him is higher than my love for her.
We got Mucky Hope. Let's go, Coach. Which one? Coach Drew or Coach? We all know that Mucky is the biggest Coach fan and is hoping he wins this whole thing, clearly. So
he's going home this week.
There you go.
Like I keep saying, like I'll eat my words next week. If he doesn't, but he's going home this week.
Well, I think the question is he's going home, but who is he handcuffed to that he's dragging down into the pits of hell with him?
I mean, I would assume that if he's tethered to Jonathan, that'd be crazy because that would mean that they together lost a challenge.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think I got it spoiled that Jonathan is tethered to Chrissy.
Oh, okay. So
I think I saw that.
So, I mean, if coach, if coach is tethered to anyone, it'll be like, okay, you know what, this sucks, but like, you were the sacrifice the game needed.
Well, there you go. As of course we get to tribal, Dee whispers about coach. Aubrey plays her idol. Again, we get a Billie Eilish mention, but Billie Eilish does not mention Survivor.
Dee only won this episode though, right? I think we only got it once, or maybe
it's only once. Yeah. Billie Eilish, the name, was only mentioned once.
Yeah, I think so.
Dee plays her shot in the dark. Did you have a little bit of
yes,
maybe?
Because I was looking at the time. I was looking at the time that was left, and it's like, oh wow, this might actually work. No.
Which would have gotten coach voted out with one vote.
Yes.
Which would have been epic. Dee is voted out. What was your highlight for tribal?
Oh, I mean, the voting confessional, the Tiffany voting confessional. Like it's proper like Heroes vs. Villains in some respects, because like it was just a scathing, just I hate you moment, and I thought it was perfect. And I hope that if coach is not immune next week, I hope that no matter what, I want to see Tiffany's voting confessional, because I'm just going to assume that she's voting for him. And I need to see that one again. Like I need to see another one, I guess.
Yeah. It keeps you going at this point.
Yes. I'm riding high on that one right now. That's the only thing it saved that end of the episode for me.
Now we've got a question from the Peanut Gallery. Mucky says, I do want to ask you guys what your thoughts on the season being very twist heavy and advantage heavy. What I love most about Australia versus the world is how simple the format and game is. Let the legends play. What are your thoughts on that, Drew?
I mean, I agree with him as far as it is very advantage heavy. The problem is whether the super fans agree or not. The casual fans are the ones that they are trying to play to, and the casual fans do like that kind of stuff. It sucks, but that's what they want. The super fans, as much as super fans complain about how they want old school Survivor back, it's like, no, you don't, because old school Survivor is people being pissed off when you lie, and it's like, yeah. As far as Australia versus the world, once again, it was fine, and I liked it. I really liked it. What I'm more excited to see is, because people love to hype up Survivor Australia and Survivor South Africa, because this tether twist comes from Survivor South Africa, I do feel like there's going to be a lot of people that don't like it, and it'll be like, but you guys loved it on here, so what's the difference? It's almost like it's cool to hate US Survivor.
Yes, I think, and Mucky, that would be what I think about you. I think you're just hating Survivor US because it's cool. It's cool to hate it, but it's amazing. And it's been a good season, and I've enjoyed it. Now, winner pick, Drew. Who was it last week? I can't remember who you said.
I think I switched to Devon's. I'm going to, obviously I'm not going to switch again until he gets voted out or wins. But I will sit here and say right now, I do feel like we are slowly getting a Cirie winner edit. And if next week or this week's episode starts with like her and Coach tethered together, it'll just be like, you know what? She was destined to just always go out with some freak accident. But yeah, I'd say Devon's, but I think Cirie might actually win this time.
Well, we did get Cirie crying on the beach in the next week's episode trailer, so hopefully Maybe.
Like, we get the emotional side of it because we don't like. We've seen emotional serene moments. I would say the most obvious is the one in Game Changers. But like we don't get emotional serene moments in Panama. We don't really get any in Micro. I don't feel like we really get any in Heroes for Villains, obviously, because she's idled out early. Game Changers, where we first like see in Game Changers, is probably her best game besides Micronesia. And so if we're gonna get a moment where we're like emotionally attaching ourselves to Serene, someone that we really don't even need to do it anymore, I feel like that it'll be like Tyson crying in Blood versus Water, where it's like, they never show Tyson cry. That's weird.
Well, as Mucky says, Coach will either take her out this Tide Destiny twist, or Mr. Beast will skibbity 6-7 twist Serene out. I mean,
that's coming soon. The Mr. Beast episode has to be coming soon, and I'm still on the bandwagon of it's going to be an auction. Like that's when he's
that might be it. But I don't, Mucky, you didn't watch the episode. It's no longer 6-7, 6-7. It's 7-4 as the new annoying thing. 7-4. Anyway, if you like this, why don't you subscribe for Cheeky Naughty Times? And the cheekiest and naughtiest times are happening with the Survivor Australia recaps on Friday nights from Mucky. But I think we keep this sensible, Drew. We're sensible here on the Survivor US. We keep it sensible and dignified.
Australia's ending tomorrow, right? Or
is it?
I think they're on finale week. I'm
there you
fairly certain
go.
on finale week.
Even more reason to tune in for the Cheeky Naughty Times, and then come back next week for this time for the sensible, dignified times over here with V and Drew.
If Coach gets voted out next week, I will drink this entire podcast. Like I will just.
What a promise!
I'll get a bottle of wine. I'll bring a bottle of wine, and we'll celebrate together. And hopefully, Jake will be back.
As Coach would say.
Jake will be back, hopefully, and we can kind of,
Well, why not follow our Instagram as well for more Cheeky Naughty Times and everything? We're also on Spotify. So thank you so much again, Drew. Thank you, everyone in chat. And, praising Survivor US. Ew, so naughty. Thanks, Mucky. See you all next week. Bye-ya.